variation of vapor pressure with mole fraction of solute. So these graphs that we discuss. Composition of vapor phase, that is the composition of components in the vapor phase. How to calculate these values, that is the composition y1 and y2. Based on that, one numerical that we have solved, this numerical. Now today, difference between the ideal and non-ideal solution. On the basis of Raoult's law, liquid solutions are classified into two types: ideal solution and non-ideal solution. What is ideal solution? The solution which obeys the Raoult's law over entire range of concentrations. Such a solution, it is known as ideal solution. Non-ideal solution means the solutions that do not obey the Raoult's law over entire range of concentrations. So these two types, they are of the type liquid solutions. What is the meaning of liquid solution? The two components, that is solute as well as solvent, both are liquids. Now in case of ideal solution, enthalpy of mixing of solute and solvent is zero. Means when solute and solvent are mixed, there is no change in enthalpy. That is, there is neither evolution of heat nor absorption of heat. And therefore, the delta H mixing, that is enthalpy change, is zero. But in case of non-ideal solution, here the delta H mixing, it is not equal to zero. That is, it is either greater than zero or less than zero. Depending upon that, here when delta H greater than zero means it is a positive, means endothermic. If delta H is less than zero, that is negative, then it is exothermic, that you have studied in the 11th standard in chemical equilibrium. Now in this case, volume of ideal solution, it is equal to the sum of volumes of both the component, that is solute and solvent. Therefore, we can say that the change in volume is zero. Means delta V mixing is equal to zero. In case of non-ideal solution, what about this delta V mixing? Here, it is not equal to zero. It means that there is a change in volume. Volume increases or decreases. So delta V mixing, it is not zero in case of non-ideal solution. Now besides these points, the important point that distinguishes the ideal and non-ideal solution is that here the solute and solvent, when two components are mixed to form the solution, three types of interactions are there. Which are these three types? Solute-solute, solvent-solvent, and solute-solvent interaction. Now, solute-solute particles, that is attractive forces, the interactions, intermolecular interactions for solvent-solvent particles and the solute-solvent interactions, they are nearly same in case of ideal solution. But in case of non-ideal solution, what about these interactions? Here solute-solvent interaction, it may be more or less as compared to solute-solute particle interaction and solvent-solvent interaction. Now about the vapor pressure of ideal solution, when the two components are mixed to form the ideal solution, the resulting solution has the vapor pressure that lies between the vapor pressure of pure components. In case of non-ideal solution, what about the vapor pressure of resulting solution? It may be either higher or lower than those of pure components. And depending upon this condition, the non-ideal solutions, they show the positive deviation or negative deviation from the Raoult's law. Now the examples of ideal solution, here benzene plus toluene, N-hexane plus N-heptane. That of non-ideal solutions, which are this example, ethanol and acetone, aniline and acetone, chloroform and acetone. So these are the example of non-ideal solution. Now the important interactions at the molecular level, that is intermolecular interactions, here you can understand with the help of this diagram. Now see here on your screen, you can observe this clearly. Now ideal solution, when solute is mixed with the solvent to form the ideal solution, three interactions, they are nearly same. That is solute-solute particle, solvent-solvent particle, and solute-solvent interactions. They have nearly the same magnitude in case of ideal solution. But in case of non-ideal solution, just I discuss here the distinguishing points. So in case of non-ideal solution, these solute-solvent interaction may be higher or lower than the solute-solute and solvent-solvent interactions. Now, the first situation, when the AB interactions, means here the A is taken for first component solute, B for solvent. When AB means solute-solvent interactions are weak, that is these attractions are weak, we should expect that the molecules of these components, they have greater tendency to escape into the vapor state. And therefore, whenever the solute-solvent interactions are weak as compared to solute-solute and solvent-solvent interactions, in that case, there is a increase in vapor pressure of resulting solution. So this solution has higher vapor pressure in comparison with vapor pressure of pure component, and such non-ideal solutions, they exhibit positive deviation from the Raoult's law. On the other hand, if the solute-solvent interactions here, A-B interactions, if these interactions, intermolecular interactions are strong, in such a situation, here as there is a strong attraction, the molecules have less escaping tendency to go into the vapor state, and therefore this results into the decrease in vapor pressure of solution. Means such a non-ideal solution has lower vapor pressure as compared to vapor pressure of pure components, and therefore such a non-ideal solution show negative deviation from the Raoult's law. Now this can be clear, you can understand with the help of this graph. See here, deviation from the Raoult's law. Now positive deviations from the Raoult's law. What is the meaning? Positive deviations means, just I explained here, the solutions in which solute-solvent interactions are weaker than the solute-solute and solvent-solvent molecule interactions. In other words, the molecules have greater escaping tendency to go into the vapor as these interactions are weaker. And therefore, here the resulting solution has vapor pressure which is higher than that of pure component. Now you can see here in this graph. Now this is the graph showing the positive deviation. It lies above this dotted line. Here also for this component. Here the positive deviation shown by this graph that lies above this dotted line. In this case also, this is the positive deviation. So vapor pressure of these solutions, they are higher than those of pure components, means they exhibit the positive deviation. Now for such a solution, delta H mixing is greater than 0. Enthalpy of mixing is greater than 0 means it is a positive. Positive delta H means it is the heat is absorbed, and delta V mixing is also greater than 0. Example, the mixture of solution of ethanol and acetone, solution of carbon disulfide and acetone. Do you understand? Negative deviations from the Raoult's law. Solutions in which the interactions between solutes and solvent molecules, when they are strong. Strong in comparison with which interactions? Solute-solute and solvent-solvent interaction. So under this condition, the vapor pressure of resulting solution decreases, because as these interactions are strong, solute and solvent interactions are strong, here they have very less escaping tendency, and therefore actual vapor pressure of solution decreases, and such solutions, they have lower vapor pressure than that of pure components. Now you can observe this with the help of this graph. Here, now this is the negative deviation shown by the lower curve. Here it lies below this dotted line. Here also, this curve shows the negative deviation from the Raoult's law. Here also, negative deviation from the Raoult's. Here, in case of negative deviations from the Raoult's law, enthalpy of mixing is less than 0. Less than 0 means it is a negative, means exothermic. That is, less than 0 means negative indicates the exothermic, that is the heat is effort. And similar to delta H, here delta V mixing is also less than 0, that is decrease in volume. Now here the example, solution of phenol and aniline, solution of chloroform and acetone. Next, here the homework is given. Whatever you have already studied in the chapter, in this up to this lecture, that is the solutions, classification of matter, solute solvent definition, types of solution, solubility, factors affecting the solubility, temperature, pressure, Raoult's law, concept of vapor pressure. So based on these concepts, here we discuss the multiple choice questions. A homogeneous mixture of two or more pure substances is called as. Now the options are suspension, solvent, solution, colloidal solution. A homogeneous mixture of two or more pure substances. So that is the definition of solution. Suspension is different. Solvent, that is the larger portion of the solution. Solution, the definition, which is the stem of the question. Colloidal solution is quite different depending upon the size of particle. So correct answer is the solution. A solution in which water is not a solvent is called, yes, what is the answer? First option, aqueous solution. Second, homogeneous solution. Heterogeneous solution. Non-aqueous solution. Now, you know, when the water is used as a solvent, it is called as a aqueous solution. When water is not solvent, means that will be the non-aqueous solution. Homogeneous solution, it is related to the uniform mixing of components. Heterogeneous means non-uniform mixing of the components. So here, when other than water, the solvent is there, means water is not solvent, it is known as a non-aqueous solution. Silver amalgam. sodium amalgam, these are the following types of solutions. Silver amalgam or sodium amalgam means, here amalgam means the mercury that is in contact with the solid metal. So here the mercury is the liquid metal, liquid in solid type of solution. These two examples belong to this type. So solubility of gas in liquid solvent increases with. Now you know that what is the effect of temperature and pressure on the solubility of gas in a liquid solvent. Now in this case, the options given are increase in temperature and decrease in pressure. Second option is the increase in pressure, decrease in temperature. C option, increase in temperature and increase in pressure. And the fourth one is the decrease in temperature, decrease in pressure. Now here two factors are included in the options. Now the type of solution, it is the gas in liquid solvent. So here the effect of temperature and pressure, that is the, in case of gas in liquid solvent to form the solution, here the, which is the correct answer? Yes, you have studied the Henry's law. So solubility of gas in a liquid solution, it is directly proportional to the pressure of the gas above the solution. So in case of gas in liquid solvent, there is a direct relation between solubility and pressure. Means with increase in pressure, solubility increases. If you see these options here, increase in pressure increases the solubility. But what about the temperature? In case of gas in liquid solvent, if we increase the temperature, the solubility of gas decreases. And therefore, see the question, solubility of gas in liquid solvent increases with, which is the correct answer, increases with increase in pressure and decrease in temperature. That is the second option. Followed. Next, that is the fifth question. If some more solute can be dissolved in a solution at given temperature, it is called as, first option is the saturated solution, unsaturated solution, concentrated solution, and supersaturated solution. Read again the question. If some more solute can be dissolved in a solution at given temperature, so the solution in which more solute can be dissolved, it is called as unsaturated solution. Is it correct? Okay. So it is known as a unsaturated solution. Once it becomes saturated, here no more solute can be dissolved. That solution is the saturated solution. But here, as more solute can be dissolved, it indicates that it should be unsaturated solution. So these are some multiple choice questions based on the concepts that you have studied in this chapter. Today, here we discuss the difference between the ideal and non-ideal solution. Again, the intermolecular attractive interactions in case of ideal and non-ideal solutions. Positive and negative deviations from the Raoult's law for non-ideal solution with the help of these graphs, and few multiple choice questions from this chapter solution.